It's AGA's story. Tamika Butler and Sonia Schwartzman, Sunny to her friends, fell in love with gemology when they studied for their FGA under Antonio C. Bonanno. His passion for gemology inspired them to assemble a study group of gemologists, FGA gemologists. They met, they studied, they shared discoveries, they shared interests in Sunny's living room. And before a few months went by, they decided that this really was something. Everybody knew there was a future here, and they decided to take it to the next level. So with the support of their dynamic instructor and the approval of the Gemological Association of Great Britain, the alumni of the FGA was formed in 1974. By 1975, GIA's GGs were admitted as members, and the name was changed to the Accredited Gemologists Association. Here we are, 50 years later, all sharing that same passion for the study of gems. Tamika Butler, Sonia Schwartzman, Jim Rosenheim, Rob Dobby, Dale Farringer, Janet Post, Teresa Zook, and Joel Aram were founding members of the AGA, and they recognized that the only thing constant is change. In order to stay relevant, gemologists must communicate and share knowledge, share their discoveries, and share their experience. Today, AGA remains true to our founders' vision. We provide a platform for exchanging ideas and information. We support gemological education and research. We promote ethical practice in the gem and jewelry industry. And we honor excellence in gemology. AGA is an association of gemologists. Gemologists are people. Without the people, there is no AGA. It's all about the people. Everyone who has volunteered to serve the gemological community in some way, shape, or form for the past 50 years is part of the AGA community. We all share a love of gems and a passion for gemology. Every association needs great leadership to succeed. AGA has enjoyed 50 years of visionary, dedicated leadership from presidents, boards, and committees, all of whom are volunteers. We've had 15 presidents over the 50 years. They overcame challenges, initiated new programs, and believed wholeheartedly in the importance of AGA. Each one has left an indelible mark on the association. When I was getting ready for this presentation, I had the pleasure of talking with Jim Rosenheim, the very first president of AGA. Jim's built a pretty fine retail business in Washington, D.C., the Tiny Jewel Box. Some of you may have heard of it. Jim was present at those early study sessions in Sunny's living room. He even hosted some of them in his own living room. And when the time came, he authored our very first Code of Ethics. AGA adopted that Code of Ethics in 1975, and members have been signing it when they become members ever since. Now, the Code of Ethics has changed a little bit to reflect industry and social changes, but the foundation of ethical conduct remains in today's AGA Code of Ethics. Jim really wished that he could join us today. It was part of the original plan, but didn't work out. So he sends his best wishes. And he also said that it warms his heart to see this association continue to grow and thrive. I also had a lovely conversation with Joel Aram, our second AGA president. Joel had a big picture view for AGA. He saw the potential, and he worked diligently to carve out a space for AGA in an industry that was already crowded with organizations. Joel believed that as an association of gemologists focused on gemology, AGA was unique. And he was right. In his 4 years as president, AGA membership grew from 35 to over 300, including members from around the world and 10 chapters in U.S. cities. The late Joe Tenhagen focused his presidency on protecting the public trust in the gem and jewelry world, particularly the appraisal component. Out of that was born the Accredited Laboratory and Master Gemologist Appraiser programs. They were the result of task forces comprising AGA members, at least a couple of which are here today. I know Dave the Atlas was involved in writing the ethics for the Master Gemologist Appraiser program, and Tom Underwood was instrumental in starting the Accredited Laboratory program. Don Palmieri was an early member and one of the driving forces behind the MGA program. He couldn't be with us today, but he's supporting us virtually with Ruby sponsorship, which we greatly appreciate. We are fortunate this morning to have 3 past presidents in the room: Tom, Donna, and Stuart. Thank you. Presidents are only as impactful as their boards. AGA board members have done an amazing job of steering this ship, keeping us solvent, relevant, innovative, and growing for 50 years. I'd like to ask everyone who, in the past 50 years, has served on the AGA board to raise your hand and be recognized. This is great. Thank you all. From the beginning, AGA understood that it takes a village to make an organization successful. Boards make decisions, but it's the committees that do the work to implement those decisions. If you have served on an AGA committee at any time in the last 50 years, raise your hand. Pretty much everybody in the room, right? It was true in 1974, and it's true today. Nothing is as constant as change. In the past 50 years, AGA has improved and grown by evolving, always remaining true to our mission. When Joel Arum produced the first AGA newsletter in 1976, there was no internet, no email, and no AI to generate content. There were typewriters, and there was US mail. He and his team solicited and collected articles and information for monthly and later quarterly publications that were printed and mailed to domestic and international members. That first newsletter is actually posted on the AGA website, and I encourage you, if you get a chance, to give it a read. It really is very interesting and entertaining. Over the years, there were a lot of very skilled editors that managed and contributed, and the content of the newsletters ranged from gemological science to appraisal ethics. By the early 1980s, the AGA Cornerstone had become a highly respected gemological publication. Contributors to the Cornerstone and early newsletters read like a who's who of gemology. Kurt Nassau, Helen McLeod, Ted Brocky, Graham Brown, Dr. George Rossman, David Fetterman, John Eng, and Richard Hughes, to name a few. And by the way, Richard Hughes also served as the editor for a period of time. The AGA newsletters and the Cornerstone were published regularly through 1999. At that point, the publishing world was definitely moving in a more digital direction, and mailing the newsletters did not seem to make sense anymore. It seems a little crazy, but one of the biggest expenses in the old AGA accounting records was stamps. By 1986, AGA was ahead of the curve in technology and launched the very first electronic bulletin board called AGA Net. Does anybody remember that one? It was a place where members and leadership could communicate with one another without having to send things through the mail. We've come a long way since then. Today, all of our AGA communications are delivered through email. What started as gatherings in members' homes grew to lectures featuring renowned speakers on timely topics, often hosted by Antonio C. Bonanno in his Columbia School of Gemology. And then we went to official meetings in cities around the country as AGA regional chapters were established. On February 10th, 1982, that's when AGA hosted the first Conference on Color in Tucson, Arizona. The speakers at our very first conference were Ben Gordon, Jack Abraham, and John Koivula. Impossible as it may seem, it has only gotten better from there. By 1983, the AGA Tucson Conference included 2 full days and nights of lectures and networking. AGA is and has been at the intersection of education and gemology, hosting prominent and visionary speakers for 50 years. From single speaker seminars and mini conferences hosted by AGA chapters in the 1980s, to the webinars that were introduced in 2020 as a direct reaction to the pandemic, AGA continues to provide opportunities for gemologists to hone their craft and remain relevant in an ever-changing field. How many people in this room have made a presentation to an AGA audience? Show of hands. That's an impressive group. Today's talks will not disappoint. You may have noticed Brian at the back on the pedestal. Today's presentations are being recorded and will be published in the private section of our digital library. Everyone who registered for this live conference will receive an email link to unlock and enjoy the presentations again at your leisure. AGA was founded on excellence in gemology, high ethics, and professionalism. These core principles are manifested in the good works of AGA. Throughout history, AGA has taken stands and spoken out on issues threatening the public's trust in the gem and jewelry industry. In the 1980s, AGA developed and advocated ethical standards for appraisers of gems and jewelry. That MGA program later merged with the American Society of Appraisers. Shout out to the ASA. I think they're going to have a representative here at our vendor table. AGA developed requirements and standards for independent gemological laboratories. The first accredited laboratory list was published in April 1983, also available in a newsletter on our website. AGA took on the colored stone grading issue by conducting research and publishing comparisons of the competing color grading systems in the late 1980s, and then warned the public and our members about hot irradiated blue topaz. We were given a direct line to the Federal Trade Commission and open communication with them regarding the rampant gem schemes in the late 1980s and early 90s. In the early 2000s, when the lead glass composite rubies flooded the market, AGA was there to help our members identify them and the public understand what they were buying. And when fluorescence and diamond grading was at the fore, AGA formed a task force, to study the issue and published a white paper in 2008. AGA has always honored excellence in people whose careers improved gemology for those who followed. Starting in 1986, when AGA honored Dr. Kurt Nassau, Dr. Peter Keller, David Callahan, and Kenneth A. Martin with lifetime memberships. In 1987, Antonio C. Bonanno, whose passion for gemology inspired the creation of AGA, was honored for his years of dedication and service. Richard Liddicoat was honored as the father of modern gemology at the 1988 AGA Tucson Gala. AGA honors those who make headlines and those who leave their mark while avoiding the spotlight. Robert Crowningshield and Cap Beasley received Lifetime Achievement Awards in 1991, And Alice Keller and Donna Durlam received Lifetime Achievement Awards in 2013 and 2015. In the year 2000, AGA gave Alan Hodgkinson the very first AGA Antonio C. Bonanno Award for Excellence in Gemology. Since then, there have been 26 giants in gemology that have joined Alan as recipients of this prestigious award. There are quite a few Bonanno recipients in the room with us today. Would everybody who's a Bonanno recipient raise your hand?
But stand up so people can see.
Stand up, yeah, stand up. Congratulations again to all of you. AGA was founded by students who recognized that gemology requires a lifetime of learning. AGA, as a result, initiated a need-based gemological scholarship in 2016 to promote access to the best gemological programs. Applications are open to anyone pursuing a career in gemology. 3 people have completed their formal gemological training with the help of AGA Gemological Scholarships. A year later, in 2017, AGA invested further in the future of gemology by establishing the AGA Gemological Research Grant. From the beginning, members have depended on AGA to keep up with discoveries in the science of gemology. AGA has awarded 4 grants to 2 gemological scientists whose published work has drawn rave reviews from their peers. I believe that both of those grantees are going to be joining us tonight at the gala. They are Thomas Hanschwang and Billy Hughes. If you have a research project that needs funding, be sure to stop by the AGA booth at AGTA and talk to Kate about an application. We are all part of this AGA community, a community held together by shared commitment to leaving gemology better than we found it. We study, we learn, we share, we gather, we dance, and as a result, we form treasured relationships with people from across the country and around the world. Many of us see each other only once a year here in Tucson, yet we pick up as if it were yesterday. There is no doubt that AGA is all about the people, and we are the people. We are AGA. In preparing for this event, Kate Donovan, our executive director, gathered some membership data that just blew me away. I knew AGA members were loyal, but this level of loyalty is what most organizations would only dream of. So take a look at your name badge if you are an AGA member. There's a line at the bottom that reads, AGA member since. And that's the year that you joined the AGA. So let's take a minute to appreciate our member loyalty by decade. Everyone who joined AGA in the 1980s, please stand. These people have supported, contributed to, and been proud AGA members for more than 40 years.
Can I make one comment?
Sure.
Just that I think, along with Sonny Schwarzman and Tamiko Butler in those living rooms, I think Karen is probably the I was going to say oldest, but longest lasting member of AGA, I think. From the 1960s. The living room. So I think Karen is here since the 70s.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. If you became a member in the 1990s, please stand up. 1990s, you have been AGA members for 30 plus years. If your AGA membership started in the 2000s, please stand up. That's the double aughts. Congratulations on 20 plus years of membership. The 2010s make up the largest group of our membership according to Kate's data. So please stand up if you joined in the 2010s. Thank you for 10+ years of membership. AGA's future is reflected in our newest class of members, joined since 2020. So please stand up. We want you to know we are counting on you to take us into the next 50 years. Anyone who joined since 2020? AGA is and has been focused on the future. Today, I see a room full of innovative thinkers and motivated AGA community members, and I truly look forward to being part of AGA's bright future. We know that there's a lot to choose from in Tucson, and we want to thank you for spending your day at AGA. I leave you with Alan Hodgkinson's famous advice: gemology is best shared with others. So let's get to the sharing.